Hi, this is Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about something that gives me hope for America right now. And it is an unusual signal that I've recently seen, and that signal is Insomnia cookies. So I'm going to talk about Insomnia cookies. So, I am a patriot. I really love America, and I really care for our nation, and I want it to do well, and I want it to be on an upswing. I always want it to be heading to a better place than it is right now, right? But I also want to know the truth, right? So, and also, as a patriot, I'm always very inclined to see the best about America, but I want to know the truth, right? And so, in order to know the truth, right, one of the things I do is I pay attention to news, and I also look for signals, right? And on this particular question on what is the actual state of America, are we doing well? Are things getting better, right? That's a very complicated and freighted question. And right now, there's a big question about, and so logically, I would be able to get this answer from news, right? A news source would be able to tell me the truth, right? Well, as everybody has seen recently, news has become very problematic, and the reason why is news is difficult to collect, it's difficult to process, and it's difficult to deliver. And in order to do those things, you need money. In order to do those things well, you need money, okay? And once you get money involved in news, it can skew the news, because the source that is paying for that news, they might want that news to be spun in a particular way. And this has become a major problem in America, where people are like, hey, I want the truth, I want to know what's going on. But then when they're dealing with the sources that are giving them that news, they're like, oh man, you got a lot of stuff mixed in here that I didn't really want in here, right? And so one of the things I've been doing is I try to, so I kind of feel like a lot of Americans today that I really struggle to find news sources that I really trust, especially on important questions to me, right? So that means I've had to start looking for my own signals, right? I've had to start. So I'm looking at the nation, and I'm looking at saying, what is the true nation of America today? What is the true state? What is the nature of America today? Is it doing well, or is it really, really struggling, right? And I recently saw a signal that gives me an incredible amount of hope for America. And that signal is Insomnia cookies. Now, let me explain why. Okay. So, I recently went on a bicycle trip to New York City. It was a 2-day bicycle adventure in New York City, and it was really a lot of fun. In the summer of 2017, I just had a wonderful time. I really had a good time. And I found myself on my bicycle in the middle of Manhattan. And I had just ridden over the Manhattan Bridge, and I was pretty tired. So I just needed to get some fluid, get some water in me, sit down for a little while. And I put on my smartphone, and I let it show me all the different places that were around me, right? And there was this store close to me that was called Insomnia Cookies. And I was like, that's an unusual name for a store. And I clicked on it, and Google showed me, oh, hey, there's an Insomnia cookie store, a quarter of a mile away. You want to go to it? And I was like, nah, not right now. But then right below it, it said, hey, if you don't like this Insomnia cookie that's a quarter mile away from you here in Manhattan, there's one near you in Philadelphia. So when you get back home, you can go to that Insomnia cookie there. And I was like, wait, what? This crazy store called Insomnia Cookie has multiple locations? Well, it turns out Insomnia Cookies is a chain. It is a chain of stores, right? So when I didn't think anything of it. So, I went about my business and went bicycling, continued to go bicycling, saw a lot of cool stuff in Manhattan. And then when I got home, I was talking with a buddy, and I was like, hey, I know you live in Philadelphia. Have you ever seen Insomnia Cookies? And he goes, yeah, sure, I know about Insomnia Cookies. I was like, well, what is it? And he goes, Insomnia Cookies is a chain of stores, and what they do is they deliver big, warm cookies in the middle of the night. And I'm like, what? Right? I was just like, are you kidding me? That's a thing? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. It's great. I love it. Right? He says, I've had it a couple times. It's fun. It's cool, And I was like, wait, there's a chain of these stores? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. Most big cities have them now, right? And I was like, that's crazy, right? So I was like, thank you very much, friend. But then I thought about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a stability signal. So insomnia cookies is a major stability signal, right? So you know, like that to me, if you say, hey, I own a cookie store and our business model is to deliver big warm cookies to people in the middle of the night on the same business model that you would deliver pizza, I would say you're out of your mind. That's crazy. That's never going to work, right? But that crazy idea is actually a frivolity that we can afford in America. Our economy is so robust that large cities can have a business that specializes in delivering warm cookies in the middle of the night. That gives me so much hope and fills my heart. I've never had an Insomnia cookie. I've never taken a single bite, right? I've never even seen the store, right? But just knowing that our country's economy is so robust that it could support a chain of stores with the insane business model of delivering large warm cookies in the middle of the night, that is just a wonderful thing to me. God bless America. Take care.